welcome to MCC Monday. You know what's up. Don't, I guess I'll tell you. Just finished the Lasso campaign run last week for Halo Reach. That was a heckin' doozy. So, I think for the next couple weeks, I'm just gonna step back and we're gonna chill. You know, we're just gonna have a chill time. I'm probably gonna just hop onto Forge. Maybe we'll do some multiplayer. If I can get some people down for it, we can get some custom games. But I think overall, I just want to forge some stuff. It's been a hot minute. I was a little, you know, obviously I was a little disappointed, saddened that I lost a lot of the custom map content that I had already created in from weeks past. My computer shit the bed, but I've had time to process all of that, and ready now to give some more map making a try. Yeah. I'm I don't know. I don't really have any ideas in mind for what I'm gonna make right now. If you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Let me know in the comments, or hop in the Discord and talk with me. Yeah, we're just probably just gonna throw some shit out there, see what sticks, you know. I don't know what's gonna stick. Find out. Without further ado, let's start something up. I've got some music playing in the background. Can't stream it because I don't have the rights to it, but you know, pretty low-key stream. Throw this on while you work on your own. Feel absolutely welcome to it. That's a lot. Why are my shields decaying? I don't think that's what I told the game to do. So, I still don't want to go back and try and make another massive map, because I think that would really suck if I lost that again. So I'm probably going to stay a little more, start small in scope, and then maybe we'll work our way up if we feel like it. Objectives. Let's say we want to make a 2v2 map. How about that? Place that isn't. I kind of want to build something right here, but then I was also thinking, as I flew over here, we've got a nice little outcropping over here that's area. It's very asymmetrical. Oh, it was because I was in the forge ball? Really? It starts decaying if I'm in forge ball mode? Oh, it's probably because forge ball doesn't have the same settings as Spartan mode. That is so weird, but but yeah, we can make something here. I can make a little asymmetrical map. It'd be pretty interesting. I don't know. Let me modify my. All right. Make that middle mouse? Really? Really? You'll take mouse 5. You'll take mouse 4. Take mouse 3. Mouse 3 is literally used further up. I use it to switch weapons. Are you kidding me? It. What would we like to do? Bot that'll show what I'm listening. I keep trying to use the plugins that they have on Twitch for Spotify stuff. To use definitely able to use that stuff. Middle mouse to like pick. Oh yeah. We want a set piece. You got any good? I think a good way to start off a map when you don't have any ideas is to grab uh, piece, an item from the library, and then just make that your centerpiece. Oh, actually, okay. No, I like the old. Precision. Back. Save. After my DFs here. Doors for Forerunner shit, because does also, I think I maybe fall into the pit trap, which isn't the worst pit trap to have, but I always feel like I want like a story going on. Like, I was making part of my invasion map, like the second base was like a solar or a satellite dish station thing, trying to take down or start up comms on the attacking team. I feel like just slapping together structures that are maybe gameplay wise are good, but don't have any narrative to them. Sometimes, like, maybe you should just start with gameplay first and then, move over to move on to narrative after you've got a basic gameplay flow. I want to make this maybe a symmetrical 2v2 space. That for a hot second. Make this like a high point for like some power weapons to be. Found. Bunker. Go inside. I'm going to turn off the rotation snap. Helpful. I want something. I want some kind of structure. For both sides. Like, we could have it be asymmetrical, or we could have it flipped. I'm gonna say we could have it flipped, but I think it actually does work better as asymmetrical. So like, 2 players would spawn up here, and then 2 would spawn over down there, and then they fight each other. I'm just gonna start throwing some shit together. If it's bad, it's bad, but I wanna put something out here. Start working off of something rather than plopping something in and then being like, I don't know about that, and then throwing it away. You gotta throw something out there to start with. Look at that. Oh, perfect tilt. The perfect tilted tower. Go. box. Bunker box. Area out here. It'll actually lead to that wall, which will incline players to turn around. Turn around. This all gets so fucked when you start messing with angles. Did it! I might straighten them out later because I really hate how uneven this all looks. My god. Back to buildings. There was something. Bunker ramp. No, what was it? Box or small? This thing. I like this. I like the idea of another one. Directions of the two players, you know? See how that feels. Go down here. We're coming over from. They were coming from this side. Alright, boys. Dropped in. This is plenty of space, like a good distance to cross for. This could honestly be a 4v4 map. It'd be a bit tight for 4v4, but not impossible. You're like, okay, there's there. I see this building, so I'm gonna go over here and step up, around, and kind of vantage point here. But I can go even higher, and then oh shit! High ground, fools. Redundant because I just realized there's already a window down. Sort of covers that. So I don't know. Where's the they do. See, like in the you know, it doesn't align with the ground perfectly, but they have ramps that you can use to counteract that. So what I might do is they got their thing coming over from here, and then these guys, they should probably have like some kind of building or something falling off the edge. That would be like this thing is upside down. Like, this seems like the more appropriate way because it has like a. I mean, I guess that could be a hole through the floor, but I don't know, man. holes in the ground, and we can fix that. In there. Okay. There. By one there, I think. Yosh. Oh, it doesn't. This to edit on specific coordinates, and then it'll. Okay. Here's what's going on. Bit of a ramp there. Not too bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man. How are you?
So,
Wow, it's Halo Reach.
fix the bug in 3, so.
Well, that's not fun. Why'd they do that?
Because they. Because Halo 3 elephants are a very peculiar item just to code with in general. Like, that thing, like, it is a mobile. It is supposed to be a mobile fortress. So like ideally, you'd want to be able to spawn items on it and then have their positions tied to the elephant at all times. But that's like
Mm-hmm.
really hard to do based on what I assume is how they programmed like Halo 3's Forge engine. Because like everything has a spawn location that is dependent on its physical location in the map. So then,
Mm-hmm.
if something despawns off of the elephant and then respawns, it would typically just spawn in a random in the piece of space that it was attached to
Right.
when it initially was like spawned in on the elephant. But then
Why can't they just create a tether and tether it to a spot?
that's it's not as easy as that. Tethering, they might not have even like planned for tethering to be a thing that could be done. I mean, they definitely didn't for regular Halo 3. Um, and I assume whatever they managed to do the uh, for the elephants in like Sandtrap must have been some really jank shit that was like a special case that is very hard to just program into anything, you know. Um,
Is Sandtrap the only place where you see elephants in Halo 3?
yes, yeah, that's literally it.
Yeah.
It's just that one multiplayer map, which is really funny. Um, like the few game types in OG Halo 3 that made use of like the base Sandtrap elephants were so much fucking fun. And then some of them managed to like glitch it and then make those elephants into like the flying fortress maps.
Dude, those were sick. I loved those.
Yeah, and those
Do
ones
you have do you
had
have any of them?
I don't, but I'm sure it's on
Damn
somebody's
it.
file share. I'm just not sure if they're gonna be broken or not. But that'd be interesting to see. Um, but yeah, those ones managed to somehow get objects to stay spawned in, uh, stuck on sand or like on the elephants. But I think it's just because there was a static spawn at the beginning of the round and that was it. It's not like because those elephants you couldn't really move them at all; they were stuck in the air. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
So
that might
it's
have been
basically just
fixed.
acting like. Hmm.
Yeah, it's just like a static spawn for all the other objects, so doesn't really have to worry about
So I was playing
jankiness.
Halo 2 earlier on Legendary,
No, I
and
don't know why you do that to yourself, but
yeah, you're in for a horrible time, my friend.
yeah, no,
It's
I
really
Halo
awful.
2 is allegedly the hardest one, so
It's so awful. There
they
was one
got
point.
the legendary sniper jackals, so that's gonna be
It
a doozy.
it's ridiculous, man. There was I don't only have 2 missions completed. I just did like 4 of them.
I think achievements are just really borked in the Master Chief Collection in general.
But yeah, it's ugh, it's not great. There was one part where I was in a room with like 2 hunters, a bunch of buggers, and like six jackal
As we know,
snipers.
two hunters is the greatest experience ever in Halo,
No, no,
man.
no, 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 no. The hunters are no problem. It's the buggers and the jackal
Oh,
snipers are the hard guys. You can also melee sword elites now. They're not even a threat anymore. I don't know if that holds for lasso, but for the way I'm doing it, they're just wimps.
you just go for the backstab or like
No,
really just a regular
I
old
fought
melee?
them with a sword
Damn.
on my own terms.
Well, you also don't have the tilt skull on though, right? Like you're not running the
No,
skulls on. Yeah,
no.
because that was what I think was the real major effect of lasso was just having the fucking tilt skull, which would basically nullify any damage that wasn't plasma damage to their shields. And I don't think the sword counts as plasma damage, even though it's a plasma weapon. Um, I don't know what kind of damage it counts as, but did not seem to count as plasma damage for whatever reason. That made it effectively, the sword was effectively useless against elites.
But yeah, it's gonna be horrible. I looked at some of the skulls and they're just yikes.
Some of them, like I think the Sputnik skull makes it very easy to like break out of bounds though, which could be very helpful in terms of like uh, skipping sections. And I'm probably gonna be looking up guides because that's I'm like you know, I am not so stubborn as to not look up the
Yeah,
advices that
especially
have
for
come
this one.
before. Um, and I have the feeling that a lot of them probably exploit the Sputnik skull to bounce you around the map. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, that's box. Actually, maybe the I can make this work. What? Are you hopping back into it, or are you gonna join me in Forge?
I'm watching a cutscene.
Have you played Halo 2's campaign, right?
I played it one time. I borrowed it from Kyle.
Did you finish it, or you just or this
I
your
think so. These prophets are some ugly dudes.
in the anniversary or the OG? Because they're really
Both.
gross in old graphics.
Oh, ew.
In new graphics, obviously they're still ugly, but like, you know, with they've gotten
Ew.
polish
Oh,
to them.
Jesus, dude. Why would you tell me that? Now I had to look.
It's bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What did I do?
Were the prophets in Halo 1?
No.
No.
They added all that stuff for Halo 2.
The lazy dudes who just sit in the hover chairs.
Yeah. And then you kill one of them in the in the first couple missions or whatever of Halo 2.
Oh, it's like halfway through.
Yeah. Boss fight TM section. Um, stupid.
Oh boy, we're going to Halo.
Another Halo. What? Blew out
So
the
this is what my
last
father
one.
found. The
Speaking
one
of
thing that I've noticed
anniversary,
does look jank about this. Oh, I got a scarab supporting me?
in
Oh, wait,
mission.
what is going on here?
Yeah, that's like a last mission thing. Get the
Wait a
scarab
minute,
booster.
that's like a big Forerunner guy. Oh, it's not a scarab. Is this old graphics or new graphics? I cannot tell. Oh.
If it, you should be able to tell. They're pretty markedly different. Approach towards
Are these
alliance.
guys, why? They're so small. They're just like little dudes. Oh
Are they?
shit, they're killing me.
Oh fuck. They're doing that thing that first person shooters do. Where they murder you.
They're so powerful.
Okay, okay, okay.
But yeah, the only thing that's kind of weird about the remake graphics is the Master Chief does not look like he's actually holding the battle rifle.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at it, his thumb is like pointing straight forwards away from the gun. It's weird.
Hmm. What is that?
Yeah, take a look at it when you get the chance.
This I'm gonna save this. Always remember to save, kids. What did I call this map, Brad? It's a small map that's 2v2 or 4v4, and it's on Forge World, and there's gonna be two bases, and it's on like the upper, um, you know the hemorrhage, uh, fucking blood gulch remake area.
Up to there.
Brad?
Yeah. Yeah, the tunnel at the Blood Gulch, right?
I cannot hear you. You became very
Hello.
quiet.
Can you hear me now?
Very barely.
What happened? I don't need it.
Knocked
Hang
your
on.
mic around?
No, it's still right now. It's like in my mouth.
Did you? Is there a knob that you turned down?
No, my knob's on maximum. I turned down the Master Chief Collection volume. I've turned it back up.
Okay, now I can hear you better.
What?
I've got you
Okay,
200%,
well,
and I can like just barely hear you.
still?
But now I can hear you at a normal level, but like at 200%
Alright,
on my end.
I will turn down the Master Chief Collection stuff from within the game. Am I still okay?
Yes.
Alright. Am I still okay?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's holding it. It looks like he's just kind of resting it on his hand.
Relaxing it.
Not necessarily the play when you're using a gun, I don't think.
Perhaps not.
But yeah, drones are the worst guys. I hate them. They should just remove them.
Drones.
Honestly? Yeah.
If I lower an object accidentally through the ground in Halo Reach Forge, it just like makes it unaccessible, and I have to delete it.
Yeah.
Of asset space.
Sounds correct with the way they did it back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually perfect.
Oh my goodness, are there just infinite sentinels? Well, I guess I'm not going to be fighting them. I'm just going to be running past them.
What mission are you on?
The Sacred Icon?
Is that the first Arbiter mission?
No, it's the second. I mean,
Okay.
technically third, because you play one, like, the first one in the space station is broken up into 2 missions.
Hmm. Right.
All the missions are broken up into 2 missions, I think.
Bungie really needed to pad things out when they were releasing a half-finished game.
Was it half finished?
I mean, it was like not finished for sure. Like they released that E3 trailer demo thing that everybody lost their minds over, and then they were like, "Wow, none of this works. We have to scrap all of it." And then they did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, if you have some free time, definitely look into the Halo 2 development cycle. It was hell.
Halo 2 E3
It was
gameplay.
just awful.
It's the gameplay?
Just everything.
Whoa. What is up with this city here? What the hell? Wow, yeah, this is not in the game.
Are you watching the E3 trailer?
Yeah, wow,
Yeah,
none of this
that was
this
their
is in-
original plan for New Mombasa.
It looks really good. Why didn't they keep it?
Because none of it actually, like, it was, I think it was running on, like, proprietary, like, not even, like, Xbox stuff, and they were like, yeah, none of this works on Xbox, so it's got to go.
Wow. Well, it looks so cool. Why did they get rid of this?
Didn't work. They literally meant for the events of Halo 3 to happen in Halo 2, but they just
Well,
couldn't
good
fit
thing
it
they
all
didn't
in.
do that.
So they just cut a fuck ton of it out.
A bold approach.
Eric
I'm gonna have to fight Flood. Did
Get
you
rid
hear
of, cover.
they're advertising that new Xbox with Halo, but they're not launching Halo with the new Xbox?
That's been a thing for a while. Like they pushed back the.
Yeah, they pushed it back till next year.
Game can be better for it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Take
hopefully
that
it
time
comes
to
out.
improve the game, then I'll take it. What's up?
Hopefully it comes out.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it comes out at all. That would be nice. I think. I mean, they're not. It's gonna come out one way or another. It's just a matter of will it be a worthwhile product at the end of the day. Specific type of cover that I'm looking for. All small. This is what I was looking for. Remember which stuff was added on, which stuff was.
What the hell is this thing? How do I win this?
Probably, if you're asking it, it's probably a wave, like, arena thing, where you just have to sit there for a while.
No, he was like, destroy the locks. And then I was like, okay, so I shot at the locks and they didn't get destroyed.
Locks, they're usually big, red, and shiny.
Big red objects, yep. Overload the locks. Okay. Oh, I got one. I'm a genius.
And he's out here big
I'm the
braining.
gods of the battle. I'm the gods of the battlegrounds.
Fall in here.
That's two, baby. How do I active camo? Oh, flashlight mode.
Snap.
Wait, how many shield generators are there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a lot more than I thought. I'm dead. They really said, you guys don't want to be cool? Infinite enemies.
That is, again, another padding technique.
God.
They just needed the game to be longer, so they were like, what if this room had, like, just so many enemies, and you just had to kill them all? ball to progress. What if that was
Hey.
just the game?
It's someone's here.
It is Beak Man.
Mr. Beaks was blumping.
Why did they make this game?
Because Microsoft contracted them to do so.
It was a mistake.
Paying their families. Family bills.
I'm kidding. But, jeez, man.
The pretty OGs.
Yeah.
This is going, I
It's
guess.
going.
Yeah. It's going.
Where's it going?
That's a good question.
You know, it's really unclear.
It is really unclear.
Unknown.
Football player changes his name to Goku.
Good.
What?
Excellent. That's the content I like to see.
Oh, football isn't soccer. Lame.
Less fun. Still cool, not as cool.
Posted on his Instagram. But now I am Goku. I chose that name because I feel identified with its values and what it represents to me. Perseverance, empathy, growth against obstacles, light and positive.
Wow.
I
I only
mean,
asked
go
to
off,
respect my
but
decision as
Goku-
many people.
Goku to
I've
me
really-
represents hitting things really hard.
And absent fatherhood,
Yeah.
also that.
Is he a father? Is this new Goku a father?
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, wait a minute. Those aren't the shield things. Those are spawners for the Forerunner things. I hate this game, man.
He says as he continues to play this game.
I'm playing XCOM now. That's a real game with aliens.
XCOM does some pretty good aliens, isn't it? Which XCOM are you playing?
I haven't started yet, but I'm thinking about playing XCOM 2 to replace Halo 2, which I am losing at.
My Discord audio?
I already beat the first one, so.
But like,
Yeah.
Demon
Are you
says-
playing with the expansion or just vanilla XCOM 2?
I don't know. I don't know what I bought it with.
War
did
of
you
the
buy
Chosen
it?
is the expansion.
Okay. I've added a lot of stuff to this side. Know what I'm doing here. This looks like a fucking.
Yeah, that's some weird angles.
Biggs, what should I call this map?
Hellhole. Hellhole.
Hellhole. That's a pretty good map name.
Yeah.
Death
Oh.
Town.
The
Death Town.
description is.
Oh.
Description is Death
Hell.
Town.
Perfect.
Hellhole Death Town.
Love it. Alright. Map has been saved.
What is going on here?
So now we got one base over here. That's fine. We got another base over here. That's fine. In the middle ground. And I wanted the middle ground to be this little outcropping here, but one base is like way too close to that for that to be the middle ground. Oh. Got something else.
Oh, that's what that is.
Pyramid.
I've been doing the wrong thing the whole time.
What were you thinking you were doing? Versus what you
I
needed
thought
to
I was
do?
destroying the shields, but I was destroying the sentinel spawners. And now I think I destroyed the shields. But I might have just destroyed some other thing.
Baby.
Baby.
All right.
Oh, checkpoint. I can just do whatever I want now. Unleash the flood. What happened to the enemy I was fighting? He just disappeared?
Teleported behind you. What? Power 3 storm. Lock them down right here.
They just left me to die. Who could have seen this coming? Oh, cool. They have the flood in this game.
The flood.
Dude, they should put them in the next one, too.
They
Halo
might.
3.
Although, I feel like that kind of really undervalues the whole, like, killing the grave mind. Halo 3. We did kill the grave mind in Halo 3, right? He's dead.
I don't fucking remember.
I didn't play that game.
Like, we did. Because, wait, we went we went onto the Covenant capital ship, and that flew into Earth, right? And then, we went and saved Cortana? Or was that on High Charity where we saved Cortana? I really don't remember. Halo 3 was like, I think Halo 3 is a really weird experience for me, like narratively, just like playing through it as a kid, because like I had not played through a single Halo games campaign, and then I just played with like you and Aaron and those guys back in the day, and I was just there for the ride.
That sounds like classic Mark Dante jumping in at the end, watching the last episode of the show.
Oh, fuck off! Look, it's one time, okay? I still hold the opinion that BoJack Horseman seems like a very depressing show, just in general.
Wait a minute, you watched the last episode of BoJack Horseman without watching the rest of it?
Not the last episode of the show. It was the last episode of one of the seasons. It was the one where the child star kills herself, and then that's it. That's the end of the season. And I was like, wow, this seems like a really depressing show. I don't think I would enjoy this.
Well, you watched the depressing episode, so...
Yeah, well, isn't that all of the show, though? Like, that's the understanding I get. It's like, there's humor, but it's like gallows humor, and it's like super depressing. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot someday. Question is, 1, how do people get up there? 2,
Wow.
what's down here? EM. Excuse me.
So, I was in the marching band when I was at university, and we never gave our instruments back because the school closed down. And I just got an email saying that we have to go drop them off this Saturday, but we have to complete the state-mandated COVID-19 training module to return to campus. But I'm not a student, so why do I have to do it?
Probably because you still have their shit, I would assume.
Well, they left it with me.
Sorry, guys. It's mine now.
Look, there's a law that says if property is not claimed for 3 years, it legally becomes yours. It's called abandoned property.
I've heard of that law. It's very
Unfortunately, it's only
contentious.
been half a year, so it doesn't work.
Yeah. You see that last episode of The Boys, Nicholas
Oh, fucking
Mercadante?
yeah, I watched it on Sunday night.
We streamed it live.
It was fucking insane, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I did enjoy it.
Hear about boys spoilers?
No.
Audience, we're about to spoil the boys. But man, when they fucking go to town on Stormfront, I was losing my shit. That was the most cathartic fucking, like, just visual spectacle I'd seen in a good while. And I fucking loved it. So fucking nice. Just to see her get her comeuppance, you know? Fucking Nazi ass comeuppance. And then I was really surprised that they didn't turn Ryan evil. Like I thought that's where what they were building up to with his development of Homelander and Stormfront.
Yeah.
And then they reversed me. And I'm
I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure they'll explore some of that, the fallout from that, and how that affects him in the third season.
Wanted to close that thread, which I was also surprised by. Like, I understand that Butcher did want to raise him because he didn't want to pass on his, you know, fucking psychopath traits. But it seemed like they kind of wanted to close that thread by sending him off to fuck all wherever, and then
we'll see.
also wanted to like focus on the fucking AOC stand-in, who is apparently now also a villain. Jesus Christ. Why? I literally now we just have like, and that's what threw me for the biggest loop. Was that like I totally thought it was that bitch that broke out of the psych ward.
Yeah, that was a real red herring. Yeah.
Because now there's just 2 people that can like explode other people just running around, except one is like, you know, I guess not extremely mentally handicapped and like a senator. So I don't know if they're even gonna. I was assuming that they would pick up the thread with the chick who escaped, but like maybe that's just
I don't know.
in season 3. Like, do you think they're like related or something, or do you think it's just completely coincidence that they both have that power or a similar power?
I don't know. Well, it seems like rewatching footage, the other Cindy seemed to just make people in general explode, whereas I don't know.
Yeah, the senator made their heads explode.
Victoria Newman seems to be also the name Victoria Newman. If you are familiar with the original Boys comic, is a bit of a. There's a character named Victor Newman, who.
Are they just gender? Like, have they gender swapped multiple characters at this point?
Oh yeah, Grace Mallory is gender swapped.
Yeah.
Madeline Stillwell. Yeah, a lot of characters they changed.
Interesting. No, I did not know.
No. Yeah, I think it's a pretty. I think they made the right decisions in adapting the show. You know, some of the things in the original comic, I don't think would have.
Flown for the current year.
Well, not that, or just not played very well, not been very, you know.
Received as well. Generally.
Been sort of just shallow, in a way, and I think they've developed the characters a little more here than. Yeah. Because, like, you know, like Becca in the comics does not survive. She's actually dead.
Like she's not. She like Ryan doesn't kill her. She's just fucking is dead.
Well, I guess in a sense Ryan does kill her, but in the comics she dies during childbirth when her superpowered
Oh shit!
baby
So they
lasers the
actually.
way out of her womb.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. No, because that's they had that as like a red herring in season 1, but then they did the big old switcheroo, which was like a. I guess that must have
Yeah.
been huge for people who were like super into the comics.
Yeah. I think they have just changed the way they've dealt with some of the characters, and
And I think for the better. I think that that element of Becca.
like the whole and also the company Vought is very different. Because like they have a different sort of backstory in the comics. They're called Vought American, VAC, instead of Vought International.
Okay.
They're still like a big defense contractor, but like their backstory is in World War II, there was a controversy when they introduced a fighter plane to replace the P-51 Mustang, and it was flawed,
Flawed
and
how?
it killed a bunch. It was just broken. There's a
Okay.
problem. They killed a bunch of pilots, and then they also essentially give them the controversy around the M16 in Vietnam, where they introduced a new assault rifle that
Was extremely faulty.
malfunctioned a lot and got troops killed in Vietnam. And so like the soups are sort of like an extension of that, sort of greedy corporate stuff.
Yeah. Focusing
Where
on short-term
they
profits
connect
over
Vought
long-term
they connect Vought to the
affordability.
sort of Nazi scientists, the Operation Paperclip stuff that happened in World War II with scientists from the Nazi regimes being welcomed into the U.S. Research establishment
And that they
by the
can't, because
government.
that's the same. But
No, I don't think that was part of the original comics. I think that there's
oh, they
something
added.
they,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm pretty. It seems from the reading I've done that is something they pivoted to, which is interesting.
Commentary.
Also, man, the Deep was such a sideshow this season.
Dude, I was talking about it with another friend of mine from home when he saw the end of it.
Which kind of fits, to be quite honest with
Yeah,
you,
no,
because he
I
is
was
sort of
like, he was absolutely, and I said it when I was watching it. He was like absolutely the biggest question mark for me at the end of season 1, because like I didn't really think that he was worthy of redemption. Obviously, the stuff that he did was fucking deplorable. But then they still like had that scene towards the end of season 1 where he gets essentially molested, and it's just like, oh man, he got Uno reverse carded. So does that mean, are they gonna try to like give him some kind of redemption in season 2? And like, no, they just let him like not progress, not regress necessarily. He just like sidegressed into the fucking maniac that is just a slave to the church to the end. Of season 2, and I think that was a really fun direction to take it, where it's not like, we're not gonna redeem this guy who did terrible things to Starlight in season 1, but he's not exactly, he doesn't turn in, like, you couldn't really even see him as like a true villain like at any point in season 1, so they didn't try to do that with him either in season 2. He just gets into the fucking Fresca, dude. He sips too much of the fucking Fresca. I don't know. This shit's so fucking wild. I was really interested. Like, I thought that, like, once A-Train showed up at the church, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, maybe they're both, like, A-Train, the Deep, and, Maeve would all, like, team up against Homelander, towards the end of the season, but, like, nope, Maeve decided to just fall back, and then like step up at the last second because of Starlight's intervention, and then A-Train sees that the church director is a fucking asshole, so then he turns code on his own time, while Deep is still like way too invested to.
I'm just amazed at the fact that somehow they got the Fresca fucking
The Fresca endorsement.
product placement for a show
Yeah.
that consistently says that Fresca is terrible and drinking by this insane, weird Scientology-esque religion.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like, is it, are Fresca sales that bad, or they're just desperate for attention?
Where else have you seen Fresca like advertise in any popular media? To be fair, like that
Yeah.
probably is the case that they're not doing so hot, sales wise. So I could definitely see it as they just needed something to help them out. B. So it's not drinkable, but you can shoot.
Apparently, Fresca has been rebranded as a sparkling flavored soda.
What
Trying
did it?
to
Was it ever something else?
Oh, they just market it as a soda, but I think now they're trying to position it as some sort of like, like seltzer or LaCroix type
Oh yeah,
deal.
that's so funny that like it was basically the LaCroix before LaCroix, but now they need to rebrand as something that came after them just because they're not doing so hot. All right. Bless you.
Thank you.
There we go. That's a good angle on that. Hot minute, but I will wait. Bated breath.
Yep. Yep.
Hop out, I guess. Come on. There's a big brain way to do this.
Mhm.
Nick, what's your vision for this map?
What's my vision? Like I said, 2v2s or 4v4, something small.
2020.
2020.
2020 vision.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was the
because
meme.
they released the first
Everybody was
Halo
like,
6
"Oh man,
armor.
when we get to 2020, you can't make the I don't have 2020 vision jokes anymore." And then it's like, well, no, nobody could have seen what was coming in this hell year.
I don't have 2020 vision.
I mean, yeah, I don't have 2020 vision either. I gotta wear glasses, dude.
Yeah, me too. It's the worst.
Fine,
Yeah.
folks.
Wow.
Nick, it's in the way.
And that's the point. I don't want this to be an egress point for players. I want this to be like
What?
a vantage point. So shoot like over there. I just wish you could shoot at the base better. But this fucking tree is in the way.
Simply cut down the tree.
I cannot do that.
You see, this is why Minecraft is a better game, because in Minecraft you can cut down the tree.
Yeah.
This is why the Arma 3 editor is a better game. You can cut down
the Armor
trees.
3 editor is probably more robust than this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they increase the amount of stuff you can place in Halo Reach Forge
Yes.
compared
Yeah.
to the original?
The
Yeah.
funny amount is way higher.
Oh, nice. The hell is this? It's not centered. It's
I
never
know,
gonna be
I know,
centered.
but that's what happens when you start working these fucking angles. It's like you can't get the perfect alignment because it's like on a weird degree axis. Have to.
Seems cursed. Oh yeah. I wanted to say they revealed the Mark 7 armor for Halo Infinite.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Think of what Kyle looked like in Halo Reach. Pretty close to what the new armor looks like.
And that's not what Chief's wearing though, right? That's like just what
I hope not.
Player Spartans are wearing or whatever.
Yeah. Who's there?
Weren't we supposed to get like a multiplayer preview like a while back?
Well, the game got super delayed.
Happened.
Nick, I'm gonna drop a picture of the new armor here.
Gonna draw a picture of me?
I'm gonna drop a picture of the new armor.
Oh, okay. Bet.
I sent it over in Discord.
This looks awful.
Hi, Ash. Send it
Hey.
send it in the cave chat so people
Alright, I'm
watching
on
can
it.
see. Send it so we can.
What kind of armor is this supposed
Where do
to
you
be?
want me to put it? Should I put it in an
I don't
announcement?
know. You can put it in
I'll put it in
like
games.
gaming. Yeah, put it in games. I mean,
this
aside
cool
from the
armor.
color, I don't know why they would send that as like the color that they're gonna show it off as, but
That's
know.
the
I don't know. That seems
exclusive.
Because of the eggplant emoji.
Oh yeah, of course.
No, it's the exclusive armor you get if you buy Oreos.
Also that, yeah.
What?
You get the exclusive. Yeah, no, they partnered with Oreos, so if you buy a package of Oreos, you get the Halo armor color.
That's the weirdest collaboration.
I cannot tell if you're bullshitting or not.
You
I
want
mean,
the
it
That's
makes
why
sense.
I bought them.
They've done Mountain Dew and Doritos collabs for Halo stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
like, I don't know. That seems like
Oreos has no association with video games, as far as I know.
What, you're saying that people who consume Mountain Dew and Doritos products are unlikely to also consume Oreos products? Are you really trying to
but
tell me
see-
that those circles don't overlap?
That's like saying that. Oh yeah, we can do a collaboration with like Hershey's because people who will like play games also probably eat chocolate. Like it's true, but video games has no association with Oreos specifically, while Mountain Dew and Doritos are cemented into gamer
Gamer
culture for
culture.
better or worse. Probably
Okay,
for worse, I would say,
so
but I mean,
these
I think
DLC
someone had
codes
to take
from
the L for the
Oreos.
team, really.
These DLC codes are available for 3 months as a timed exclusive following the game's release. But they're rolling out now because the deal was in place before it was delayed to 2021.
wait, so by the time the game comes out, they'll expire?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is unfortunate.
Well, no one's missing anything here. This looks awful. Why are the textures like that?
I think they're
I
trying to
don't know.
return to the more like cartoony style that was like a thing in
Yep.
Halo 1.
Yeah, I mean, cartoony is one thing, but this looks like a Mega Bloks character.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was
I
thinking.
think it's a
was Mega
response
Bloks.
to criticisms lots of people had about the 343 games and the art style they did for armor and weapons, particularly
Because it
being
looked too advanced and stuff. Or not advanced,
overcomplicated. And so I think they were like, well, we'll go back to the more simple art style of Halo 1, sort of the smooth lines, less overt detail. But I think that has only caused people to think the game does not look good graphically. So yeah.
I think the
I mean,
problem
there's
is
like a
it looks
balance.
too
Like
shiny.
you gotta
Yeah,
just be good.
I guess they
Stop
haven't
being
struck it
bad.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to. I think it's the shader is the problem. I don't think the problem is the armor design.
The
Except
armor
maybe
isn't. I mean, I don't like it, but it's not
Right.
terrible. But yeah, you're right. The texture makes it look like it's like Mega Bloks.
It looks like it's made out of plastic, which is strange.
Yeah, Yash, Beaks and I were just talking about the Boys season 3 finale.
Oh my god, that was sick.
It was very good.
I love how it's not even like an advanced fight scene. They're just kicking
They're
her
just
to death.
fucking kicking
Beating
the
the shit
shit
out
out of her. Good
That was the
lord.
best part.
Do you think she's dead? She's not dead, right?
No,
I think she's
but
gonna come back as Darth Vader.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
there'll be
Darth
there'll be
Vader
some
is
weird
good.
project to try and
resurrect
keep
her.
her.
Like she literally just ended up as Anakin right at the end.
Yeah, except I don't think Anakin was speaking German. Do you know what she was saying, Yash? Like, I don't remember any of my...
I've heard that it
I
was
could
some
understand words.
pleasant memory
You're
she
talking
had
about an
from
apple
back in the
tree.
day in Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She was talking about apple trees.
Yeah, I was like, is Apfelbaum apple tree? I was trying to remember if that was
Yeah.
really apple or...
Come on,
or
that's
if I
the
was
most
just being dumb.
obvious.
No,
Baum
I
is
know. I
tree.
just thought
and
that
apple is apple.
that was too obvious almost, and I was like, maybe I'm just like making a dumb connection.
What German has been trying to trick you this whole time?
Yeah.
That would explain a lot.
Bamboozling me. Okay. Liking these structures now. I think this one is a little bit less.
I'm still unsure. I mean, I liked the finale, but I don't really understand Stormfront's like. I mean, it sounds weird to say it, but like Stormfront's power level. Because when we saw the fight, so like I actually I like to do like hypothetical battles between like characters that I make and like characters that exist. To like test out powers and stuff. And my character, I thought that I wasn't actually sure whether he'd be able to like hurt Stormfront, even though he could kind of like mitigate her damage and stuff. Because like everything we saw made her look really durable.
Well, I
But
think
then
it
here,
seems like
they
from the
beat her to
impression I
death.
got from like this season in general is just that it seems like all soups just have increased damage resistance. Like that just seems like a thing for all of them.
That's true, but I thought Stormfront, like for Stormfront, it seemed like she actually had like a healing factor as a power, like on top of. I mean, like yeah, so does Starlight, I think, but like hers seemed like advanced because she
He healed
took
from...
So
heat
does
vision
Kimiko.
to
She's
like the
healing
chest.
factor
Yeah.
sort of deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like how did she like? I was kind of confused about like how much damage she was taking.
Yeah, I think the show
when
in
the
general
people
is very
punching.
vague about the boundaries of people's superpowers.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
the other thing was, sorry, go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say, like at the beginning of the season, they brought in that new kid, who was blind, who's like the Daredevil
no.
stand-in, and then
That was
him
so
later
sad.
just fucking claps his ears, and he's just...
That was I was really surprised, honestly. That was
Oh.
terrible.
That was
What
like
an
I was
awful
like,
thing.
how are they like? Where is the fucked up shit gonna start happening? I was just like, oh, who's this new kid? And then as soon as Homelander's just like starts asking him probing questions, like, oh, this is not going to end well. For
I
this
was like,
little
Also-
oh,
kid.
Daredevil's in the show.
When you were mentioning characters that swap genders from the comics, Murky, the Stormfront is also one of those.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
male.
Yeah, I heard
that
about
one.
that.
Yeah. Who
He's like a
apparently
Nazi villain.
is responsible for the levees breaking in Hurricane Katrina.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Oh my god! Wow.
I knew it. I knew all along it was her.
That is.
It was so obvious.
That is so.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that was also like a race-based thing. Because,
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
Oh my god.
You know, in the show, like when Stormfront's outed on the news, like if you look at the headlines underneath, it says Stormfront connected to Jeffrey Epstein murder.
Jesus.
Weird.
So yeah,
Why?
Stormfront's behind everything that's happened.
Oh.
Stormfront was the second shooter. On the grassy knoll. JFK.
But actually, would make sense.
She guided that bullet in.
That would I would believe it. That kind of
Yeah.
works.
Oh.
She was alive. I don't
Remember
understand
the
the
fucking
lightning.
X-Men, like First Class movie or whatever, where they made it so that Magneto was trying to apparently stop the assassination of JFK, but then he fucked it up.
I think that must be the second movie because I don't remember
Oh,
that from the
yeah, I
first
guess
one.
that was the second one.
Yeah.
Superheroes are really bad at fucking up presidential assassinations.
Well, I mean, it's because JFK's assassination is like a fixed point in time. Like, if you've seen Umbrella Academy, which was Umbrella Academy is like the most like average superhero thing I've ever seen. Like, it's just okay. But in season 2, like the whole plot revolves around stopping the JFK assassination for some reason. Like, they all become obsessed with it, and it's like when they say like, so what happens is if they save JFK, one of the superheroes blows up the FBI building because she's being tortured there, and then JFK goes to war, and they think it's like an attempt on his life by Russia, and boom, like World War III happens, and everybody dies. So they have to let the assassination happen, and it's just. It's like I think it's just overdone. Like I don't think anyone cares about JFK anymore.
Well, I mean, historically, I think there's a lot of speculative. I mean, the interesting thing with JFK assassination about and Lyndon Johnson taking over. I think what people have theorized is that America's involvement in Vietnam would have gone very differently, and that would have certainly changed a lot of the ways the 60s and 70s transpired.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
disagree with that.
Nixon getting elected, which obviously changes a lot of other things as well. So yeah, the JFK not being assassinated makes for an interesting
I think we never explore those implications, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's usually just we have to it's like it's done a lot, but it's never like it always ends the same way. I think, at least from what I've seen. I mean, I obviously have not seen everything ever, but it's always done the same way, and it's like inevitably it happens. Like the stuff you're talking about is really interesting, but we never see those implications. Well, like we know it's stuff like killing Hitler and stuff. Like you actually do see sometimes, like, oh, here's what would have happened if Hitler survived, and it's not good. And we have to go back in time and kill Hitler again. And I think with Hitler also, it's gotten to the point where it's like kind of like self-aware too at points, and like kind of like almost played for comedy at this point. While like I don't think JFK has gotten to that point yet.
Well, also,
like I think it's
like,
I don't think
Hitler is like
anymore.
comically evil, right? So it's like it's gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Killing
The Nazis were the ultimate comic bad guys, where like not comic as in like comic book.
But like they're just so evil.
Ultimate bad guy shorthand. You're like, oh yeah, Nazis. Yeah, obviously bad. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got they're cartoonishly evil in some regards. They've got like skulls on their hats and stuff.
They even got the right costumes for it, and they just have evil looking uniforms.
They also like had advanced technology, and they researched magic and stuff.
God,
Yeah,
they really checked all the boxes, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they're perfect for like bad guys for like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like part of what makes Indiana Jones so satisfying is that he's like punching Nazis.
With Captain America.
Yeah, I love how they did that in the movie.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I've punched Hitler over like 300 times.
Yeah.
It's
Those
like a
days,
cool
yeah.
way to do a character that's like the character was like made as propaganda, and it's like a cool way to show that by like having him be propaganda in the
In the
movie too.
universe, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the war bond drives, yeah, all that stuff.
Of course. Those funds.
Yeah.
Curious, I mean, like, you know, pray to God that nothing like a world war ever breaks out again, but like, you're not gonna be able. I guess that's another thing that kind of makes it almost impossible for there to be a world war, because I don't know if people could like in a
Nick,
way.
I wish you hadn't
I
said that.
think like a lot of the world is so globalized that like the populaces just wouldn't like so blindly contribute like resources en masse to a cause.
I think it would largely depend on the circumstance of what happens. I mean, if I don't know, if North Korea, for example, decides to fuck around and find out and rolls over the DMZ and then fires some missiles at Guam or something, you know, I think at that point America's like, oh,
They don't
so you
even
want
have to.
so you
fire
want this
missiles
smoke,
at
huh?
them. North Korea, I mean South Korea has like a mutual defense treaty or whatever. with the
Yes,
United
but
States.
what I'm saying is that would, you know, it's very clearly an attack against American sovereign territory rather than just not just, but an American ally getting attacked.
I'm not sure if North Korea. We actually looked at this in my international relations class. It's like in North Korea's best interest not to be too aggressive, because like
Oh
once they
yeah,
do that, yeah, like the whole thing falls apart and they no longer get aid. Like the
yes,
largest supplier of aid is the United States. Funny enough,
yeah.
like I think if North Korea, also I've read that North Korea, like China also doesn't want North Korea to kind of like be
Yeah,
too
kind of just
aggressive
stuck with
because
them,
then it
right?
ruins
It's like
their
the whole
buffer
deal.
zone.
No, because yes, North Korea is a buffer state for China to prevent a major American ally / military presence directly on their border.
So if it pushes too hard, then
Yeah, then
there
they'll
comes
lose
a
the
gap
support of
for
China.
China.
China will be like, listen, you acting out, and we can't.
Can't be tolerating this shit, bro.
Where's my number?
Because also China doesn't want to get involved in a war either.
Yeah.
No, they do not.
At least not for that.
Not for that. Not in North Korea's behalf. They might get involved in other things, but
Yeah. Wait, how did this start? Oh, Nick
I
was
guess
like, yeah, I don't think World War
the
III would
thing that
happen.
sparked that was like
yeah,
I
it would
have a hard
depend.
time.
Depend on the circumstances.
I really
imagining-
wish you hadn't said that in 2020, Nick. I feel like you just jinxed it.
What? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, bro, we
Sorry,
gotta get
guys.
back to the
You
World War
blame
III story
on
arc.
me.
Gotta get back to that World War III story arc.
Lord.
Back?
Yeah, it was happening. Remember early
yeah,
on with
fucking
the
yeah,
shenanigans in
Iran.
Iran?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
remember
right.
that?
Oh
They were,
man, that was so
they were
long ago.
lobbing.
That was like
some
20
missiles.
years ago.
Are there more developments in that area, Beaks, that you know of?
Well, speaking of China, China just said, yeah, we're gonna, aid, strike a treaty agreement with Milan. We don't give a shit about these sanctions. With Iran, we don't give a shit about these sanctions. We'll trade
Wait, I
military
just saw
technology to them.
breaking news. Russia launches nuke at United States. Nick, way to
Oh.
go.
Great.
God
Alright.
damn it.
Well,
Well,
no, I'm not even gonna joke about that. That's not even worth joking about. I was gonna say at least we have content for horsing around, but that is not.
Horsing around like draft edition, like
Yeah.
it's overseas now.
Today
Hey,
I'm
man,
horsing around.
I'm 28,
getting
bro.
my
I'm
fucking
aged
physical
out.
for the draft.
it's all young bucks who are draft age.
Actually, I get exempt too for like medical reasons or whatever, so I'm good. It's just Nick, really.
Well, I mean, I hope maybe this black eye will help me out somehow. I don't think it will.
Wait,
I
how
doubt
did you
it.
get a black eye? I wanted to ask about
You
that.
are expected to endure battlefield injuries, perhaps a little more severe than a black eye. It continues usurping Nicholas Mercadante. There are Delta Force. There's a Delta Force operator who doesn't have a leg, so you can work around a black eye.
Nick's in the Weenie Hut Army.
I was clowning around on Friday night with
Why didn't you say horsing around, Nick? Oh my god.
God,
That's a
you gotta be
different-
on
You're so bad
brand.
at this. You gotta plug your shit, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I was horsing around every Saturday at 4 p.m. With
There
some
you
buddies
go.
of mine, and
Nice.
I I don't know. I was inebriated, and for some reason I decided to challenge CSH friend Colin Todd to a slapbox fight, and he is a very large and strong lad, and I am not as much so. And he
Wait, you challenged him to a what?
Slap boxing.
slap boxing, which is just
What is that?
you
Just
just slap each
slap.
other.
You
don't
just slap.
you don't
No
punch
close fist.
Okay.
necessarily, but you're like slapping each other. But
Wow, that sounds really fun. I understand now why you would do that.
he tried to the punch that he threw at me was like it wasn't a punch, it was a feint, so he could hit me on the other side. But I threw up a hand to catch what was supposed to be the feint. But then the combination of him throwing the feint, me not moving my head, and putting my hand up caused his hand and my hand to go slamming into my face. Um,
Who you training with? Ronda Rousey's fight coach? Jesus,
I
man, it's all about the head
Oh my
movement. Come
God.
on.
believe it or not,
Nick,
I
this
am
is the
not much
most
of a
Nick way to
fighter.
get a black eye I could ever have. This is better than I could have ever thought. You punched yourself in the face.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, like I barely remember. I didn't like. I honest to God forgot how it even started. I knew that I started it, but I do not remember why it started. And apparently, it was because I
Did someone say vagina, Nick?
no, I came back in after relieving myself outside to go wash my hands, and I was complaining to Sam, another CSHer who was who's living in the apartment. I was complaining to him about how they don't have any actual hand soap and how like dish soap isn't as effective for hands as like hand soap. And then he was giving me shit about that, and I was giving him shit back. And then
Them fighting words.
I think I smacked him, and he said like, "Don't smack me with your piss hands." And then somehow I pivoted to Colin, and then Colin said the same thing, and then I like smacked him on the shoulders like pretty hard. And then he gave me a look, and then Sam was like, "Take this outside," and I was like, "Okay," not thinking about what was about to happen. And then black eye occurred, and I was down and out for the rest of the evening in one punch. So
Got him.
certainly a lesson I hope I only need to learn once. But otherwise, a good night. And then we went out to a diner tomorrow and the next morning and had some good breakfast there. Very hungover and sore.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Wait, you got really quiet. Like, I couldn't hear you at all. I disconnected and reconnected. Now you're, like, super quiet.
Yeah, Brad, your mic just keeps dropping. Are you talking right now, Brad? I can't even hear him if he is talking.
Can you turn your volume max?
Who are you talking to? Me?
You.
Uh,
I just assumed Brad hasn't been here for, like, the whole time. Because I couldn't hear him.
maybe, I mean, he could still be AFK. My volume hasn't changed, though.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just dropped everyone for... Like, I was still connected, but I couldn't hear anyone.
Yeah, you can adjust individual people's volumes by right-clicking on them in, like, the voice chat, and then you have...
Yeah, I know, but mine's already maxed.
I don't know, the same thing happened to me with Brad earlier, so, like, maybe Discord's just having a time at the moment?
Oh, terrific.
First
I don't
time.
have headphones either. Terrific.
Oh, I know what I can do.
Just put the mic inside of your mouth. That might help.
I can move it up. I can do this, but then it's gonna be worse for the fucking recording because now the audio level's gonna change. Whatever. Nobody listens to these anyways. It's all good. Had a
Here, I'll disconnect.
What? Trying to figure out how to complete this thing so it didn't look like there was a massive fucking hole here. Still kind of does, but as bad looking now.
All right. That's better, I think.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hello.
Nick, you burp more than anyone. You burp more than like Shrek, dude.
I don't know.
I really think so.
I have a friend who burps some insane burps in Discord.
Like Nick, it's just like you don't even notice anymore either.
No, it's bad.
Which is bad.
It's bad. I need to stop being so unconscious about it.
Like imagine going on a Tinder date and you just burp mid-sentence without stopping. You just keep
I
going.
thankfully have not done that. That would.
How would you know?
I would die. I don't know. I'm more like. It's like the same. I think it's the same part of my brain that thinks about like farting in public at a certain
You
point.
fart in public?
No, I don't fart in public. That's the point. But like it's and so like it as an extension of me like focusing really hard on not like accidentally farting on a Tinder date, like that just extends to burping.
It's one or the other. You can only choose one.
I can only focus on not farting or not burping. I would
You tell
definitely
the date
choose
at
to
the
focus
beginning.
on not farting.
Yeah, tell the date at the beginning, like you gotta choose which one you want.
What date would choose not focusing on farting over not focusing on burping? Who would choose
Maybe
that?
someone's into that.
I don't want to. I don't think I'd want to associate with somebody who's into that, whatever that even means.
I don't think I'd want to associate with a person that can only choose to not burp or not fart, like one at a time. Come on. Like what? This is like This is like forgetting how to breathe or passing out when someone says vagina.
God, you keep saying both of those. Those are both the same thing. One of them is
Because I don't know which
a
one's
lie.
true anymore. You keep changing your story.
I don't. I think I've settled on it was just me. It was just the vagina thing, and then I just said it was the not forgetting how to breathe thing because I didn't understand what becoming nauseous or like becoming lightheaded was like in reference to
Just
things that
say
made me
both.
uncomfortable.
Cover my bases, because I don't trust you anymore.
I don't know if I can trust myself. I'm honestly not entirely sure which one it was. It feels like I think the thing is like in the moment it feels like I am somehow forgetting how to breathe, but I think in reality it's happening because it is something that is being talked about that is making me very uncomfortable and like I need to stop like paying attention to it or it's gonna lead to a bad time. So in a way, I guess it is both, but like it definitely is more so like the forgetting how to breathe is like an effect, if you will.
It's just a little bonus you get. When someone says
not
it,
exactly a bonus, I don't think.
It was a bonus for us.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Oh man.
Good lord.
All your friends know the story, right?
No, I mean I don't. It's not one I usually tell, because it's not one I'm very proud of. In either case, like it's not. It's an L for me either way.
Yeah, but it's an S for your views, dude. We gotta save it for like a full special episode.
It's not that. It's really not that much content though. Like it's not a full fucking episode's worth of content. It is at least like maybe a 10-minute interstitials worth of content, but not a full episode.
You have 10 minutes of actual story and then 20 minutes of laughing, and there you go. That's a full episode of SpongeBob right there.
Yeah. Episode of SpongeBob is like 10 minutes of gross out humor and like another 10 minutes of just
How
shit.
dare you, sir? How
Modern
dare
SpongeBob,
Why don't you forget
modern
how to breathe
SpongeBob.
right now?
Modern SpongeBob, okay?
No one that doesn't even count. No one acknowledges modern SpongeBob.
Actually, I heard it was starting to get good again, apparently. Which is weird. Or was that another show? I think it was SpongeBob that I heard it. They said it was.
If you wait long enough, it's gonna get good, I guess. If you wait long enough for anything, maybe Star Wars will become good again.
No. No, I can't believe my ears. I'm out of here. Have a good night, gentlemen.
I don't know. I mean, again, like, other Star Wars content is pretty fucking good right now. It's just the movies, which is pretty ironic. That seem to be sucking hard.
Ironic. They could save others, but not their
Yeah,
own.
literally.
Not their movies.
Why is Brad so quiet?
Oh no, dude.
What? Right
He
here.
sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Did
thank
Brad
you.
talk now?
I'm talking now.
How are you? I boosted you to 200%.
I-
You're
My
still
Sounds-
microphone is right in front of my face, and my volume is cranked up to max. So I don't know what the.
He sounds perfectly fine to me, and he said it 100, so I don't know.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah, can you hear Brad okay?
I needed to
you
boost him to
saying-
200, but now
yeah.
it's working. Like, now I can hear him okay.
Okay,
That's
whatever. I
so
guess it's just
funny.
me.
I don't get
Right,
it.
can
I
you
don't-
text me a transcript of everything you say as you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, that's.
I am actually heading out now, though. I just wanted to
Okay.
make the I'm leaving because of Star Wars joke. So yeah, for the record, I'm leaving because of Star Wars.
Okay. It's been
Duly noted.
Understandable.
Wait.
Have a nice day.
One last thing. Nick, I started watching Korra. What's your favorite season?
Season 2.
I told you.
Yeah, that one I understand is I understand everybody hates
That's
it.
a
And
hot
I'm very
take,
much in
dude.
the minority on that one.
Not the minority. You're the only. Even Unalak doesn't like season 2.
What do you
I don't
mean?
remember hating season 2 that much, but it's been a while.
Even
since I
he's
watched
like,
Korra.
wow, this season sucks.
Oh, like the voice actor was like, I hate this?
No, the guy in the show,
What do you mean?
the
Oh,
character doesn't
He like left. He like just got traded
make
out for
yours
another
a
villain
joke.
halfway
Just never
through.
mind. Just forget it. Never mind. You ruined
I
it.
don't understand the joke you're trying to make. I'm
I'm saying
sorry.
it's so bad that the characters in this show hate season 2 also.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure fucking Mako does.
You
Because he
spoiled it.
fucking played
Mako-
himself again by trying to
Nick, he
double dip.
hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's
no,
not
no worries.
okay. Look, you're not. That's a plot point that you are going to care so little about being spoiled. It is so bad. Like, you should be thankful that I spoiled it for you, so you don't.
Mako becomes the Avatar.
Dude, what the fuck, Yash? I was waiting for that to happen.
Mako gets an AK-47 and shit gets crazy, man. You know, he
Favorite
just starts
character
rocking
is
and rolling.
I think an
I like
AK-47 would be kind of useless in the Avatar world.
What are you
What?
talking
Nick.
about? Oh my god, it'd be so
what,
useful.
What
You just
element
smoke
is gonna
checking full
stop
constant.
bullets, dude?
Metal
Nick,
bending,
Nick.
earth bending, water bending,
Oh,
fire
metal bending? Let me metal bend some tungsten penetrators onto my AK-47 rounds. Boom. Your metal ain't shit, boy. Your
You
metal
can
ain't
just metal
shit.
bend the gun.
Nick, can you start a movie reviewing blog?
I mean, that's
Please.
basically what Horsing Around turns into whenever like a big movie comes out or whatever. Or literally, if
Word
people want
up.
to talk about movies on Horsing Around, we could just talk about movies. We've done it plenty in the past. We'll
I'm
probably
hyped.
talk about The Boys this weekend again.
Oh.
Oh,
The
can I be on this weekend then?
Huh?
Can
yeah,
I be on
yeah,
this weekend?
just say you want to be on, and then I'll give you a spot.
All right. My work here is done. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
I'm gonna place this as shielded.
Wait, are you doing Forge right now?
Yeah. That's
I'm
that's
doing
what I do
Legos
for
right
MCC
now.
Monday. What?
That's kind of fun. I'm doing Legos.
Oh, nice. What are you building?
I've been working on this, like, it's supposed to be like a it's supposed to be a transport ship. So I can either carry a scout vehicle or a full squad of people or an ODST drop pod that I designed or anything else. But I've been working on it for like a really long time because it's a real piece of shit. It's really hard to like try and make walls for it. It's
remember
hard to explain why it's tough, but basically this thing is like really frustrating, and yeah, so I just work on it a little bit every day because it's awful.
Yeah.
I remember building stuff like that when I was younger with Legos. It would always end up like some sort of V-22 Osprey-esque tilt rotor VTOL thing.
Nice. I've always been more of like a Lego Star Wars kind of person. Like my things tend to skew that direction.
I mean, they had a lot of good, like, I don't know. It's a lot of good ideas in Star Wars, and I'm like,
Big if true.
Yeah.
Oh man. Lego Star Wars 2021 looks really not good. Disappointing.
what do you, what is the game? That all the movies are out. What is the game gonna be?
What? No, not that game. I'm talking about Lego Star
He
Wars.
means
Oh,
the
just like
product
the
line. The product
products?
line. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they have in the pipeline?
They've got a bunch of like they're redo like so okay. I have to look it up again. I don't know off the top of my head, but it was kind of like retreads of like older stuff. They also canceled battle packs, which is ridiculous.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Go off.
so to build an army. Like a lot of people like to do army building, right? Like, oh, let me have like an army of stormtroopers or clones or whatever.
Okay, sure.
And it's really expensive if you have to buy like like a bigger set every time to try and get them.
Yeah.
So Lego started doing this thing called battle packs, where it's for $15. You can get 4 minifigures, and one tiny build to go along with it.
It is
So
fucking crazy that those minifigs, like, just alone, basically justify that price tag for Lego. Like, that is insane to me, but I guess it's
I
just...
mean, you'd be surprised how much minifigures can cost. I bought a minifigure once for like $25 by mistake because I thought I was buying a TIE fighter, and I was like, "Wow, this is such a good deal! It's $25 for
For
like
a whole TIE
$40
fighter.
set."
Yeah.
And it was not. It was a minifigure. Son of this piece of shit
It
sent
was
me a
literally
minifigure
just the
instead of a TIE
minifig?
fighter.
That's it?
It was just a minifigure
Oh
from the
my
set,
god.
but the picture was of the TIE fighter box. So yeah, I got played real hard there.
Yeah, that's
So
an L. That is a big
that
L.
was the last. That was the second to last thing I bought. Like Lego, the time I bought like Legos, like without like buying it directly from like like a
Oh, yeah.
like a store.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The other time I bought like Legos for my cousin, like for Christmas, and it's kind of annoying to buy Legos online, frankly, if you're not buying it to buy them secondhand, basically.
Yeah.
It gets really expensive too if you like aren't buying them like new. I mean, sorry, if you're not buying them, like opened and stuff.
Yeah.
I bought like a set that was like $25 and it ended up being like $60 at the end.
Damn.
Like shipping and handling and tax and stuff.
Uh, okay, it was a little more than $60 with all that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it sucked. But it was like I'd already like committed to this and like I hadn't gotten him any other presents, so like it had to be this now at this point. I do like I trust something I want to try is to part out like a set that I like instead of like buying the set itself. Like like in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, there's the final duel on Bespin where he like, loses his hand.
Yes.
So they released a set for that, but it was like a special set. Like it was an exclusive to Target, and not just an exclusive to Target. You needed to have like a Target red card, like a credit card. To get. I considered it for a little bit, and then I was like, no. My cousin got a red card, but by the time it came in, it had already sold out, so he got fucked over. But what I wanted to do was try and part it out online. If you go to Bricklink, you can put in a set, and then you can buy the pieces for it instead of buying the actual.
Oh, Brinklink. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's pretty handy. So you can build a set for cheaper, presumably, as long as you don't want the minifigs.
Yeah.
Because that set had a minifig that's like only it had a Darth Vader that you can only get in this set and one other.
How do they tell the difference between the Darth Vaders? Like, aren't they, like, do they just change, like, a little bit of the fucking mold, and then it's like, new fucking Darth Vader, pay, 20 extra bucks for it?
What are you, an idiot, Nick? You can't even tell the difference between the two Darth Vader minifigs? Pathetic.
Okay,
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
No,
Lego
for real
own
though. So you
Bricklink.
can tell the difference. Like if you know what you're looking for a bit, but like a big thing is like arm printing on this one. I think was the big one. So like I was explaining this to Brad too because he was interested. So like because I said it had a really high quality minifigure, and he was like, "What makes it high quality?" So the amount of detail like on the print is like really good. Like it's really there's a lot of really fine detail. Um, but on this one, so normally you get like maybe print on like the chest, right, or on the
Yeah.
torso.
Sure.
Um, then you've got it like on the back maybe, which is good, but usually you don't get a lot on the back.
Yeah.
Then maybe you get some on the legs, which is less common. And then occasionally you might get like a colored diaper, which is nice. I don't know what else to call it besides like a diaper.
The
um,
thong.
yeah, the thong. And then you got get like on the side of the leg, or you might get on the side of the arm. Side of the arm is like probably the most rare, I would think. At the very least, side of the arm is usually the most detailed. Like it's more detailed than side of the leg. And like the Darth Vader, this one has like Darth Vader's like arms. It's like leather that's like piped,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like got that detail on the arms. You can also tell the difference between like different um I guess like generations of minifigs by like looking at the helmets. So like the first generation of stormtroopers had like these like helmets. Then second generation, um,
Well, it's
I
the
guess
same in
I
the
don't know.
movies, right? Like the gen like
No, I mean not changing like the design of the actual like it's the same characters. Like it's
okay.
still like like
Captain Rex
um
and whoever.
no, those are clone troopers.
Oh, stormtroopers. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about like stormtroopers like like Darth Vader's stormtroopers.
Hmm.
So like it's like the design of those helmets has changed over time.
Yeah.
They recently changed it like last year or the year before. It's like a new design which everyone hates. So I don't know why they did it, but it's like bigger and like it's kind of like it's like kind of too bulbous and you can't turn the head really much because the front of it kind of hangs down in front of the neck. So like you can't twist it much. So everybody hates it, but they made it anyways. But like there's like three or four like distinct kind of stormtrooper helmets like over the years that you can like tell the difference.
Okay.
So it's like this shit like this Darth Vader, for example, like I don't know if this helmet is like super different from what was there like recently, but it is different from like the older ones and stuff. But like it's something you learn. It's like if you know about it over time, like you spot it. It's
Yeah.
like the same thing with like cars, for example, right?
Yeah.
This is like how do you spot like the difference between like a 1964, Corvair versus like a 1966 Corvair. And it's like if you've looked at it a bit, then you might know. But like, it doesn't necessarily stand out to like a person that doesn't really pay attention much because
Car's
why would it?
car. Car be
Yeah,
car.
pretty much. Yeah. So like if it's not going to stand out to a normal person because like why would it? Also, it's Darth Vader, so like it's not like like it's like you see Darth Vader, you're like it's Darth Vader, and
Yeah.
that's it.
No, that's definitely me. I'm just gonna see
Yeah.
Darth Vader and be like, ooh, Darth Vader.
Yeah, so like a lot of people will buy like a set like this because of the minifigure. Like they just want that minifigure, honestly.
I don't know, man.
Um,
That's just crazy. Like,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like anything.
minifigures are cool, and I guess it does. I guess I used to be that person because like I used to want the fucking Death Star with all the minifigs in it, but that was just because I guess it's just because I wanted to play with them and like act out scenes and stuff with all the characters. I didn't really care about the models being different, but that was just me as a kid, I guess. So collectors, I could understand really wanting to get it all, like that.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, we were talking about battle packs. That's what I was explaining, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, so the battle packs were supposed to be they were a big hit because it's like for kids, right? It's like you use like they're like action figures almost, right?
Yep. Yep.
And so like you can have like a bunch of them and like have little fights, and a
Wasn't
lot
it
of them came
wasn't
with
it also
stud shooters.
like a loot pat or like a loot box kind of thing where it was a random like set of four
You're
that
thinking of no, there's other stuff like that, but like I don't think they do that in America anymore.
okay.
But no, these are like what these are. Like it's not like a foil pack where like you can't see the inside and stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, like you can't see the inside because it's a box, but like you know what's inside because there's like a picture on the front. Um, but they stopped. So the last one they did one for the Mandalorian, which was a real motherfucker to find. It was like sold out everywhere. It was really hard to find one. Um, and that one came with two like little builds to go along with the figures.
Okay.
And every figure was like a different, like it was completely different. So they're like Mandalorian armor, but like each one was like unique. While normally that's not really the case. It's like, oh, you get like 4 stormtroopers and they all look like stormtroopers. And then they released one for the 501st, which this YouTuber MNR Productions, he had been like campaigning for like years to try and get like a 501st battle pack. 501st Battalion is like
No, I know.
Anakin's battalion.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know.
So
Pretty big deal.
finally they released it, and they actually told him on April 1st. They sent out an email saying that we're going to release one. And he wasn't really sure whether to believe it or not.
Well,
But then the
yeah.
next day they released it, or they revealed that they were releasing it, and that thing was up. Like that was really hard to get one. Me and my cousin, we were awake at midnight on the day trying to get it. I was only able to get 2, and I think he just got 1. This one was more expensive. It was like $35, I think, and it came with 6 figures because you got 3 clones. 3 501st clones that are like normal 501st. You get 1 jetpack trooper, who's got like a different print on him as well, and you get 2 battle droids, and you get 1 speeder bike that's like actually really big, and 1 scout walker. And that's like for $35, which is a really good value.
Yeah, that honestly burned Lego, like as far as profits were concerned. Like I think at the amount of people that sounds like that's getting into really niche like collectors territory. And although that one guy was campaigning
they sold
for
these out so hard, dude. Everyone wanted these. Like they've been sold out since like
but
day
like
one.
they didn't produce that many though, right? That was the whole thing, like limited supply, right?
I mean, honestly, they didn't produce that many, but no one knows why. Like everyone thought there would be like restockings because like it's like
I just
you
don't.
know,
I
even
think
kids.
they're worried that it's like if they overstock it, like they're just gonna end up wasting a lot of their molding cost on making these special sets that nobody's going to buy, and then it's gonna like.
Well, see, no, it's like once you made like because they've already made like the molds or whatever now for these guys, right? Because they made these sets.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to try and sell as many as possible. Like you don't want to do like a limited run on this kind of thing. And people were buying them, and like people like if it came out, I'd buy 1 more, so I could have like an odd number, which is
but
like weird.
I'm saying like I think if I see a big Lego set, like I'd be pretty into it, but like I don't think I would ever. I wouldn't have known about that thing even existing until you told me about it. So like.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is like regular people would have bought it too if they hadn't if they restocked it, which everyone thought they would, but they haven't done it yet.
I don't know if they where was this getting advertised? Like I've literally never heard of this thing before. Maybe I'm just not following the Lego.
But you don't really follow Legos at all.
But like I don't think the average.
And we don't have a Lego store either.
Well, there is one in Destiny now that I can go to, but like.
Oh wait, I forgot you don't live here anymore,
yeah.
right?
God, yeah, there really just was nothing for like if you wanted to get some fucking Legos in Jersey or where we were in New Jersey specifically.
Yeah, so like it's not. I mean, for most people, like you don't really see Lego ads anyways, right? It's like you go to the store and you're like, ooh, cool. You know, like you don't really.
Like they probably get advertised on like children's television, but I don't think they're advertising those specialty sets unless like maybe they were. Maybe I'm missing out because I'm not watching children's TV anymore or cable in general.
I don't have an answer for you. I just would say, wait, what's your question?
I just don't. I think they didn't make so many, and they ran out of stock super quickly because they didn't think there would be much value in producing an incredibly large number of them. I don't think as many people would have bought them as you think would have bought them. I think you.
But see, you gotta understand that the reason they made this in the first place is because of like a huge fan campaign. It's like the Snyder Cut. So like it's like they should have assumed that there would be demand because the reason they made it is because of fan demand. Like literally them demanding that Lego made it.
Right, but just because like allowed, like there's a ton of like communities with huge fan bases that make a lot of noise and like, but they end up turning out to be like the vocal minority compared to who is actually purchasing the products. Like fucking, back in the dark ages, My Little Pony, like the fucking bronies overtook that whole ass market. And that, I guess that maybe that's a bad example because I think that was one of the few times where they actually did start to pivot because like bronies started purchasing the fucking product more than like little girls actually were.
I mean,
And
you gotta understand that Lego. I mean, like it is used by kids, but it's also perhaps even more. I mean, not more, but Lego is used by collectors and adults a lot because you have to look at the price of Lego sets.
that is
Um,
true. They're getting so prohibitively expensive that like it's starting to exit the children's market. I guess I didn't think of that.
And then
Also,
you have
Lego makes sets specifically for like collectors called like the Ultimate Collector Series,
yeah.
and even like the Bespin Duel that was like pretty much that was aimed at collectors. Not really kids. That was like a display set, right?
Were
Not
you,
a play. Like so, there's like display sets and play sets.
yeah.
Play sets, are the stuff that kids would play with, like really swooshable and stuff. Display sets, you kind of just put it on the shelf and you just look at it and you're like, nice.
What were you saying, Beefs?
And then there's the whole custom market of people stuff like what I posted in your chat channel on the Discord.
Good look. Oh fuck, dude, that's lit.
It's also very expensive. That's almost $4,000.
Holy
Wait,
shit,
where
are
is
you
it?
kidding me?
Oh, horsing around, right?
Yeah,
No. Oh wait, is it horsing around or is it in the chat channel?
the chat channel
Oh.
in the cave in
Okay.
Discord, not Twitch chat though.
Okay, yeah.
I can
yeah,
see that was confusing.
yeah, no.
Oh, so you like real stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean interested because like I mean that's something that Lego is never going to do obviously because they've had their corporate stance about
Yeah.
real
no
guns and
violence.
war stuff
Yeah.
in which understandable a company that
I don't understand. How is this $4,000?
because I mean they have to source all the bricks and
No, I know, but see, like you can get like an Imperial Star Destroyer for like $3,000. That's like got a full interior.
I mean yeah this is to scale like you can fit all these people in the plane and they've got
Yeah, that
weapon
one's to
stations
scale
and stuff.
too. I'll post a link to that. It'll
And
be.
I guess
also like they
he's
did a bunch of
asking why is it
custom
$1,000 more? I guess.
$1,000 more. I don't know because probably like custom. They're not building these bricks themselves. They have to like
Yeah.
buy from they buy
Yeah, it's custom.
get
Okay,
bricks.
never mind. Here, I'll just find it for you. It's probably easier to do that.
But yeah, no, and then
So they're
is
costing
that
more. Also, they're
Lockheed?
doing.
Does it just have the Lockheed Martin thing on it because that's a Lockheed Martin plane, or is it like Lockheed Martin funded? Like,
No,
I
it
don't-
can't be funded by
maybe.
them.
Maybe. I mean, like they on this website, it's Brickmania is the company. They had a. I was looking at. Let me see if I can find it. Yes,
Oh.
and an H-1Z Viper attack helicopter, and on the page, I believe it says. Yeah, they mentioned Bell specifically as a copyrighted, and it says officially licensed product of Bell helicopters. So yes, maybe they
Wow.
got Lockheed Martin's permission to say, "Hey, we're gonna
Jesus.
make this AC-130 gunship."
Fucking
I mean,
wild.
those are nice minifigures. They have 13 minifigures with custom,
Yeah.
printed, the correct uniform pattern, and everything. Like, I mean, that cost probably adds up.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
And I think they only built they only sold they've only built they did a pre-order run and they only did like 50 of these. So it's like they're probably not
Not
cranking
rolling
these
it
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are those custom paint like printed minifigs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that would probably also jack up the price, I would assume.
Yeah. But they do other stuff. They've got like little micro kits, which are like sub $50, which are pretty cool. And then they have some stuff that's a little more affordable
Gotcha.
by relative. Like they have a tank for 340. BMP-3 infantry fighting vehicle, which you can add. Oh, that's funny. Little green men minifigs.
Oh. That's cute.
Just some totally unrelated forces, not at all from the Russian Federation here in Crimea. Don't worry about it.
Hmm. I think. Six and 109.9.
So you can buy like a lot of so like this is like buying like a mock, like a full like with pieces and stuff. Um like what you're like the AC 130. You can also buy though like I mean most things when you buy like Legos that are like, mocks are my own creation, so it's like custom
Yeah.
stuff like that.
This is
Um
essentially what this is. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
this is even
using.
more honestly because normally you don't buy like it doesn't come with custom pieces. Normally you buy like instructions to like make it, and then you buy the
Yeah,
pieces online. This is
yeah,
pretty intense that you keep buying pieces that are custom made, which is pretty cool. So like you can buy instructions for stuff, but then you have to factor in the cost of what you're like buying. Like I wanted
yeah.
to buy my cousin instead of buying him that like set that was like $60, I wanted to buy him instructions for like a Star Wars gunship from like the Clone Wars.
Oh, the lat gunship. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then if you count the pieces, right, like he'd have to spend $300 on his own to like build the set. So I thought it'd be better to buy him a gift he can use
Yeah.
rather
Yeah.
than a gift that has a paywall.
Yeah.
A gift that he can just sort of look at the instructions and go, someday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
cool stuff out there though. Like if you wanna, because these people are like geniuses. Like they're just
Yeah,
like
man. I remember years
fucking-
ago looking around websites and web rings and stuff, like looking at all the crazy shit people built custom. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
it's
pretty
nuts.
impressive community.
There's a YouTube channel called Beyond the Brick, I think, and they do like they'll go to like brick cons and stuff, and like you see some of the stuff that people make, and it's like kind of like
God, that's
so
actually
like
a
I don't
convention
really
I'd be
play an instrument.
legitimately interested in. Because, yeah, seeing that stuff sounds like fucking fantastic.
Yeah, like I don't play an instrument, but like I've heard people talk about kind of like you play an instrument and you practice and you see like like a prodigy, and you're like I'm never gonna be that good.
Yeah.
So like I've never understood that feeling, but like when I look at these things people build, that's the feeling I get. Is like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be that good.
yeah, because
People
they're
like make they have, like I saw one which was like an Indiana Jones display, like from the first one from Raiders,
Yep.
where like the boulder will drop down and go behind him, and then it'll cycle back and come back
Oh
to the
yeah,
top.
when they get in, like when people get into like the fucking mechanical side of things, where they're starting to use Technic or whatever to make motion happen with all the stuff
Yeah.
with motors, like that. Like, did you watch the? And this is probably the last conversation we'll have before I shut off the stream because I'm blowing past time. But did you watch the Will Arnett show that was on Fox, the Lego Master Builders or whatever?
Oh, no, I heard about it, but I didn't watch it. I thought you were gonna talk about the Bugatti.
It was literally like those people who like are they they literally scoured the country to find like the best Lego builders out there, and then they just had them do a challenge every week. They gave them like a theme or something to build off of, and then they had to go off and do something related to that theme, and they built like some of the most amazing shit I've ever seen. It was such a fun watch. And then Will Arnett was like a pretty funny host. Some of his bits were pretty corny, but like enjoyable
Like
overall.
Legos? Like, did they just say like we'll give you whatever you need?
Yeah,
Or
they
did
literally
give you
just had like an area where
Yeah.
they just had you could just use any Lego bricks that they wanted. Just like floor to ceiling, wall to wall, just like every type of brick, every color that they could imagine, and like Technic stuff if they needed to. And so it was really cool. But yeah,
One of the,
it's also on Hulu now. I think like most of the Fox shit.
Oh, it was originally a British show, and they've made a bunch of different regional variations of it. Interesting.
So yeah, and funny enough, the grand prize, part of the grand prize for that show was they would get to be, I think their build would be put into the Legoland that was opening up in New York, and it was supposed to open up July of this year, but then a pandemic happened, so that stopped happening. And then when I originally was watching the show, I was like, oh shit, there's a fucking Legoland opening up in New York, and then I realized that the show came out like a couple months ago, and it was supposed to be this year, and we were in the middle of a lockdown. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to go here for like another year, but when it opens up, Bro, we should go because that's like way closer than fucking Florida or California.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I was really excited too, actually. I didn't realize it was going to come out so soon, or release, or open up so soon. That sucks.
Yeah. All right. That's gonna do it. I think we made some pretty decent progress on this map. I didn't even like talk about this section as I was building it up, but I think this is looking like a pretty solid map area. Gonna need to flesh out. I think I need to flesh out this base some more in general. But then I just need to put in some weapons and spawns, and then hopefully I can get some people to playtest it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow for Tactical Tuesday. I think Brad said that he's trying to do some Smash Bros with college friends. So if I could get my Switch hooked up to the capture card that I've got, I might stream that. If I can't, then I might just do some more DBD, or I'll do some Siege. We'll see. Maybe I should install the fucking public test server so I can play new Tachanka. Have you gotten a chance to play him?
Tachanka. I have not.
I want to give it a try.
I've been
He
playing
seems
mainly COD Watch and Squadrons.
fun. Understandable.
Like T'Challa's dad?
God damn it. Fucking Rainbow Six Siege.
No, Tachanka, named after the machine gun carriages from
Okay.
the
That makes more sense.
Russian Revolutionary War period.
Anyways, until then, whatever the case may be, thanks for watching and stay safe. Peace out.